There I am.
Can you see me?
I see you. Can you see me? Wait,
No.
my video's not on. There I am.
I, yeah, hi, got the work.
Hi.
Yay.
I think it's this whole thing is because I got a new iPhone today.
Woo woo.
I know. And so I loaded Google Hangouts on it and the call came through on my phone. So I was trying to
Oh,
decline that and accept on my computer. That's what it was.
okay. And then I think I accidentally opened up another, like I sent you another invite. So let me make sure I don't have
Yeah,
two
I've got
things
a new
going
one.
on at the same time.
Oops. No, I lost my screen. There
Okay.
I am.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we're good. I think we're good.
All right.
So is this the first time you've used Google Hangout?
No, I've used it on a few projects.
Okay. And see,
Yeah.
I have too, but I've never done the on air.
Yeah, I've done it a couple times and both times I just have to get used to it again because I don't use it every day. So
Right. Well, good. Well, we'll jump right on in. But first and
okay.
foremost, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
This is so exciting. And just to confirm, so you want your BA in communications with a concentration in business. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
yeah, correct.
Yay. Okay. Just wanted to confirm that. I know I asked you that before, and that's what I forwarded to the whole graduation package, but I just wanted to confirm that again.
Okay. Yeah, and I got an email that said, congratulations on your recent graduation. This was on March 21st.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I confirmed my degree
Okay.
plan,
Okay.
and then I signed the agreement, the enrollment agreement.
Okay.
And then today I got an email from registration or registrar
Uh-huh.
to review my name and address.
Okay. Good.
So I think everything is done.
I think so too. I know on my end, I've submitted everything, and I did get confirmation that, everything was approved and reviewed. So I think we're good to go.
All right. Two
All right.
thumbs up.
All right. So let's jump into the questions.
Okay.
So which project would you say you're most proud of?
So it took me a while to think about that question because everything did go so fast. And I think overall, my thought on that is just the program as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
If I can just say that just finishing, just getting it done, and in the time that I got it done in, just that accelerated pace is just that whole package makes me proud.
Okay.
And I couldn't nail it down to just one, to just one thing I'm proud of. I think it was just the fact that I grasped the process
Mm-hmm.
and was able just to go and move through it at my own pace.
Yeah.
And I wasn't expecting to finish as soon as I did. So I'm just really proud of that.
You should be. That your pace was exceptional, and I'm so glad it was a great fit for you, and it was the right
Hmm.
time. It seemed like everything lined up for you. You feel
Exactly.
okay? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like I know now, even going into the starting the bachelor's real soon,
Mhm.
I'm not going to have as much time to spend on it because work
Yeah.
picked up, and that's just how it goes, and that's fine. But
Mhm.
like you said, it just worked out that I had that much time on my hands to spend on getting that AA done.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So, if you can select which project you learned the most from, were you able to do that?
Um, that was another tough one because I found myself just in everyday conversations with my kids and with my friends saying things like, I'm doing a project about that topic right now and blah, 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 blah. And I would talk about it. And I find myself saying that so often that I think I started to get annoying
Oh,
to
okay.
my kids, but I was just so I don't know, I guess just into the fact that everything was so relevant.
Mm,
Everything that I was working on, was it was either in the news or I was dealing with it at work and so every time a situation came up, I would just like realize, oh, I'm learning something about that right now.
yeah, that's
Yeah, so that
awesome.
was another really hard one. And again, I think it's because of the pace that I like sometimes I was doing 2 or 3 projects at a time.
Right,
And
right.
so just again, just the whole, just the whole package, just being, the fact that I was able to go at that pace and get through things and realize on a daily basis almost how relevant it was to what was going on in my life.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. So, might any of the competencies that you mastered be useful for work?
Oh yeah. Um, Everything from teamwork to working with other people to leading projects.
Yes.
I mean, I do that in my job every day. I'm a project manager at Dell, so those are very relevant on a daily basis. And then just economic theories, what drives businesses to make decisions that they do. I mean, yeah, I would say that 100% of it was relevant to what I do.
Excellent. Excellent. So, as you look, forward to your BA, what do you want to learn most?
Oh goodness. That's a tough one. So to learn, well, obviously, I want to learn more about business in general
Sure.
and just the theories that drive it.
Okay.
I think that it's real easy to get down in the weeds on a day-to-day basis, and I want to go to the next level. I want in my life and in my career path to be able to say comfortably that I'm educated, not just smart enough to do the job, but I'm educated
Hmm.
enough in the theories and the background and in business in order to go to that next level.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So, if a new student was watching this interview or our conversation, not really interview, but conversation, what would you share about yourself and like why did you choose CFA?
I think that the most important thing for me was that I knew right away that it was going to be right for me. Just as soon as our company announced that they were going to offer it, it wasn't even a few hours, and I was talking to my husband, telling him I want to do this. This is going to be it. This is going to
Yeah.
work. And the reason that I knew that right away is because of the financial aspect. It's not that expensive, and my company offers reimbursement.
Yeah.
So, there wasn't that block. And then the second thing was time and time management and the fact that I can go as fast or slow as I need to go. I
Right.
just knew that that was going to be a winner for me. So that's the first thing. And
Mhm.
then the second thing I would say is that I was nervous because I have started and stopped college so many times over the last 20 something years
Mhm.
that, while I'm confident that it's going to work for me, I'm still nervous that it might not
Sure.
because things haven't worked in the past. And so, being nervous is okay, and because the resources that are available are phenomenal. I mean, I use the community, I use the tutoring,
Good.
and that they got me past my roadblocks. When I would hit a stumbling point, they got me over it. So I would just say to jump right in with both feet and don't be afraid to get to know people.
Oh, that's excellent. That's excellent. And I know we talked quite a bit over our time together about how your CFA projects related to work, but would you say any of it related to you personally or, your family life?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, just talking to my kids and my family, just, watching movies. I can even give you just this one little example. When we watch movies all the time, we're movie fanatics and we watch them in the home. We'll get the DVD and we'll rent it or we'll go online to
Mhm.
Vudu or whatnot and watch
Yeah.
movies. And so they always have that piracy notice at the top, at the front of the films. And so I was right in the middle of that project about piracy and counterfeit, And I asked my kids, I'm like, do you know why they put that up there? Do you know why that's bad for companies? Do you know? And so we got into this whole topic about what's stealing and what isn't, and, what's available online versus, copywriting.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, so just, little things like that, just, it enabled me to have those conversations with the family, when otherwise we would have just fast forwarded past it and kept going.
Right, right, right. That
Yeah.
is awesome once again. And once again, we've talked about how quickly, you went through the program and just your overall
Mhm.
pace.
Mhm.
How would you explain to people how you started and how you were able to maintain that progress and that pace?
Oh gosh, it really was fast and furious. I think that I got excited that I could do more than one project at a time, because I'm a very impatient person and I want results fast. And I'm that way
Mhm.
in my job and in my personal life too. I don't like waiting around for much. And so I think that that just excited me and it motivated me to do as much as I could at one time and to get through it. And if I got to a point where I was stuck. Like I said, I had people that I could reach out to right away, 24/7. I mean, the online community is up whenever you need it, and people will reply because there are other people working weird hours. And
Right.
so I think it was just the fact that I could access it 24/7. And there were some days when I didn't want to put it down. And then there were other days when I was like, I need a break, and I would
Yeah.
step away for, a few days and then get back to it. So I think that because I had availability and because I was excited, it just motivated me to move at a quicker pace.
Okay. And that makes perfect sense. So, kind of tying that all together, what success tips would you give for current students or future students?
Success tips. Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Mhm.
That's a big one. I think sometimes I would question whether or not I needed help. I would go back and re-review, the rubric, re-review the resources, and but that's just kind of my personality. And so I would tell people, don't be afraid to reach out if your a question's confusing or some directions are confusing. And sometimes I would even just search the community for the question I had, and somebody would already have asked it and I would already have answers without having to ask it myself.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah, so I think just not being afraid to ask for help, asking for help, using the tutoring if you need to, especially for math. I mean, there's not a lot of math, but there is some.
Right.
Um, so let's see what else success wise. For me, it wasn't about blocking out a specific time during my day, but some of the teammates that I worked with on my last project, they said that that was more successful for them. So depending on your schedule and depending on your flexibility, you have to plan to, you have to make a plan. You have to
Okay.
know when you want to be done. You have to know, how much time you can spend on it. And so I think just looking at that up front will help you as you're going through the program, not to feel disappointed if you don't make a certain milestone or
Right.
at a certain pace.
Okay. Okay. And how would you say, and I'm not sure if I included this in the list of questions I sent you, so I apologize if it wasn't in there.
That's okay.
How do you feel about the role of the learning coach that I played in your degree progress? How do you feel that this role has helped you or not helped you? How do you feel about having someone like me along with you along your whole journey here?
Well, number one is accountability.
Mm,
It keeps me accountable, keeps my thought process thinking about those questions and, how am I progressing? What am I learning? What am I getting from this? Is it worth it?
mm,
Otherwise I might just have a tendency just to kind of go through it numbly and not really analyze what it is
okay,
I'm getting out of it. So I think accountability is number one.
okay.
And then number two, just someone, you've been there for me. this whole time, and you've encouraged me, and you've answered my questions, and you're like my internal connection, I feel like. So you're not just an anonymous face in a community. I got to know you, and got to relate with you. So yeah, it's I've loved working with you. In fact, I did complain that you're not going to be my coach for the bachelor's program. I didn't complain. I just kind of whined about it. What, I'm not going to get Melanie? What do you mean?
Well, maybe that's something that could change in the future. You know what I mean? If more students are saying, I wish I could continue with the same person through the whole journey, for both degrees, maybe that's something that'll evolve in the future.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But you'll be in great hands, I have no doubt.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, well, I know that you're going to move on to the BA.
Yep.
In addition to that, kind of what is your next step? What's in the future for Sarah?
Well, to finish that, get my BA, get my diploma, put it up on the wall in a little frame.
Absolutely.
A big frame.
Yes, I was gonna say a big frame.
Big frame. And then, like I said, once I reach that milestone in my life, then I'm going to take a step back and look at my career and my job and the path that I'm on and where I want to go. Because before this program showed up in my world, my husband and I talk about it all the time. What are we going to be doing in 5 years? What are we going to be doing in 10 years? I can't see myself in the same job 10 years from now. So that's going to be my next step, is now that I have a degree, where can I go from here? Because my doors opened up a bit wider.
Mm-hmm. And has your employer addressed anything like that as far as career development? And once you get your degree, are there any expectations set there?
No, that there's not. At Dell, there just isn't. I've been at Dell for way too long. No, when I go to say how long I've been there, I think, oh my gosh, I'm not that old. But I did start at Dell right out of high school. Started raising my family, and so I've been there for over 20 years. And that's the great part about working for them, is that you prove yourself, and a degree isn't really necessary. But the reason that it's a big deal for me is because it's something I have always wanted personally.
Sure.
I could stay at Dell and I could be happy at Dell and I could retire at Dell. But having a bachelor's degree lets me think about, do I want to be at a higher level? Do I want to go into leadership? Do I want, I don't think I would have those. I might get those opportunities, but maybe not the ones that I really wanted, without a bachelor's.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we have career discussions on a yearly basis at work, and usually it's about what I'm doing now and where I want to go. And a lot of times I've been real fortunate that when I start to get burnt out in a role, something else will become available. And because I've been there for so long, I have a certain reputation, and people know that they can trust my work ethic. So that's allowed me to, promote myself from within, if you will. But I don't think I'm really worried about anyone at Dell caring whether I get a degree or not. It's all me. Whether, it's just personal.
That is wonderful. And my final question is there anything you want to share that I didn't ask or hasn't come up in our conversation today?
I don't think so. No, I think you covered everything.
Yay! Well, good. Well, thank you so much for your time today. And I've just enjoyed being a part of your journey. And don't be a stranger.
Yeah, you neither. And I wish you luck as well with the rest of your world out there.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks for everything. And I will miss you.
I'll miss you too. And you are my first student to graduate.
All right.
Yeah. So I will never forget you. You're my first, and I'm just so proud of you. I'm trying not to cry or anything, but being a mom too, it feels like, So okay, I'm gonna stop now.
Well,
I
thank
see us
you
both
so
kind of
much.
tearing up here. So,
I know. Well, it has been fast and furious, and
yes.
but yeah, I've really enjoyed my time with you.
Oh, I enjoyed mine with you. And so enjoy the rest of your day. Don't be a stranger. And I definitely want to hear some updates about your BA and how that's going, and just stay in touch.
Okay, I sure will, Melody. Thank you so much.
Okay, take care.
Okay, bye.